All right. Is this going to be another best of 3, Kendrick? What are we thinking? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello! Oh, there you are.
This is a best of 3, yes?
Okay, best of 3. Cool. All right.
We can make it a best of 5 if you want to.
Let's stick with best of 3. I think it's a pretty good. It's a pretty good
It doesn't
number.
matter anyways. Even in a best of 5, if they win all 3, it's still a loss for the Alliance. For display.
Yeah. You know, funny enough, I saw some stats on Reddit. I'm not sure if this was just from Quick Match or if it was unranked draft, but apparently the Alliance had something like a 54% win rate on Alterac Pass.
Yeah. In the actual event,
Yeah.
the Alliance was killing it.
Yeah. I wonder if it had something to do with like first pick, first ban being exceptionally powerful. Because I think, I do think in unranked draft, isn't it? The team that first picks is always the Alliance team. Is that how it works?
Yeah, no. If you play the map in unranked, for example,
yeah,
even if you're first pick, sometimes you're the Horde. I think it's random there.
It's random. Yeah. Okay, interesting. So it's just purely, wow, the Alliance just win. Wow. Well, fair play to them.
Well, it looks like they basically used all of their gunpowder and nothing's left today.
I was gonna say. So just to introduce our teams really briefly, I mean, we just did a best of 3 for kind of Master GM players. We're now opened it up to kind of the lower leagues instead. So we have players from Silver, we got players from Gold, from Platinum. We have a Diamond in here as well, maybe on the Alliance side.
Nice.
Yeah, so yeah,
representing. I like it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see how these guys are gonna work together. We'll see what they're gonna do. We got Garrosh and Genji banned out, targeting the Gs. Good strategy.
The big plus point now for the Alliance, of course, is they can do more poorly than the other guys, right? So they can play through there.
That's true. Yeah.
There's no pressure on them. There's absolutely no pressure on them.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, like, my team here, the Horde team, they've got to live up to like that absolutely awesome display from those Master and GM guys. Over at your Alliance team, they're good, man. Like, I mean, all they gotta do is not like lose horribly bad, and there you go, boom. they're better, easy.
The cool thing for the viewers out there is right now, like I don't want to disrespect anyone or talk bad about anyone, but I would say this could be the majority of the viewers, right? But simply because the largest part or the largest portion of the player base is Diamond to Bronze, like somewhere in between, right?
Yeah.
So this is basically how a game that you could have also participated would look like when casted. You know, when you see that from a bird's eye view, when you see it from the observer's point of view. So I think a lot of people, probably happens to you as well, Nubkeks, when a lot of viewers always ask you like, hey, what can I do to improve? What can I do to get better at the game?
Yeah.
Watch this game very carefully, because this could be your average Hero League game, and you can then learn what the mistakes were and what you can then take as information for your future games.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's always one of the toughest things. I mean, and this goes across everything, not just, Heroes of the Storm, your own games, but with anything, this happens with authors as well. I know Stephen King talked about it very famously. It's so hard to really get a good overview to really judge something that, is very recently in your own memory. So Stephen King is like, when I write a book, I put it away in my bottom drawer for, 6 months to a year, and then I come back and I read it. Because he says, if I read it straight away, I think it's great. It's when I come back like a year later.
That's really smart, yeah.
Yeah, it's like when I've completely forgotten. Then I know, I read it, go, oh, this was actually really good, or no, these bits were terrible. And then he has a good overview. So, I mean, this will give a similar opportunity. It's not your own game where you're so invested in the game, you remember it so well, it's difficult to judge. This time around, you'll be able to watch this game, get a good overview, and again, you'll literally have an overview from the observer mode, and zooming out a bit further. You guys will get a great insight into how you can expect this to look at the start of next season, which is a big deal because this map is going live in Hero League for the first time at the start of the next season. You're going to potentially play this in your placement games, be playing this at the start of the season where there can be a lot of variance in where you end up, so this could be a pretty big deal for guys watching.
Well, there's definitely going to be a lot of variance because the skin looks so good.
Oh, no! Oh boy.
Always wanted to do that.
Oh, and look at that! The Horde team responds instantly with a variant.
Not any variance in that game, though.
No, absolutely not, man. Absolutely not. We do have. I really like what my Horde team's putting together over here. We got a Diablo, we have a Lunara, we have a Phoenix. so many. This is something we said in the last game. That the GMs they tripped up. They didn't provide any slows to the Phoenix. Now Phoenix has 2 heroes that can provide AoE slows to enable that purification salvo, and lots of damage locked down for the red team already. Blue team, they've got the Malf, which is great too, and that's nice AoE coverage to protect them as well. Dehaka with that global, we'll see if it works better for them than it did for Yellow Flash. Johanna, and here comes the Li Ming, inspired perhaps by Mystify's play in the prior best of 3 series here.
And that's Nubkeks, man. That is what I want to see here, because the only way for the Alliance to come back into this is by getting a quad kill or playing a perfect game, right?
Yeah.
So this, or maybe a quintuple kill. We didn't even add that to the list, but that of course would get like 5 points.
Yeah, 5 points definitely for sure.
And so with Li Ming being that reset hero with high burst damage, we saw it with Mystify last time. Although Ishkina somehow, some way stole all the last hits on the Sonya. This is one of those heroes that can do it. So already I like where the Alliance is going with this.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. And again, they're pretty flexible with that final pick. It is a damage pick they've left open. So they can kind of go any which way depending on the heroes that the Horde team locks in here at the end. I wouldn't be entirely surprised to see something like a Thrall. There we go. He's even locked in straight away as soon as I said it. But yeah, I feel like Thrall should be really strong on this map, and it's appropriate, right? He was the war chief of the Horde, you know, at the time when Alterac Valley was first introduced to WoW.
True.
But I mean, Thrall, he has really good poke damage. He's got great self-sustain. You can improve his mana sustain with things like Mana Tap. And a phenomenal team fighter with abilities like Earthquake. I mean, it's just even more AoE slows. The Thunderstorm or Thunder something talent at 16 he can grab as well, which adds a Thunderstorm to his Chain Lightning. So that's an immense amount of slows that this team has, which can empower if Lunara goes for that the extra damage from her poison against slow targets at 16. With her new rework, it's up there now. That's an immense power spike. Phoenix, Purification Salvo, does more damage against slow targets, 50% more. So they've got some really nice synergies going on. I see the Alliance, though. They've locked in that Tracer. They are going for some serious single target blow up. It'll be interesting to see if it works.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm hoping for here. Tracer, I know it's one of the assassins that Bondi plays more. So definitely an experienced Tracer player. And the Ana, I mean, it worked so well last time, right? When the pros, quote unquote pros, did it. But it's a different skill set. It's a different question when you have a player that's not master on the Ana, so accuracy might not be as high. And also, this time there's some serious pressure going on. Dehaka could go for the flanks. Li Ming could go for some crazy damage. And Tracer as well could also dive behind the front lines and then just, you know, take care of the Ana there.
Definitely, yeah. Tons of dive coming out that could focus her down, but we better introduce the players.
You know what? You're going to introduce my Alliance team this time. You seem to be a good luck charm.
Oh, okay. So, over here, look at these losers. Boo! Alliance. Oh my god. Look at them. They're all just waiting to cry like they're king and win. But we have Petros here on Malfurion. We have Bondi gonna be playing that Tracer. Even so, I had the Tracer portrait on the loading screen. Paranoid looks like he's gonna be on the Haka. Frozen Dream on the Johanna. And Despetti gonna be playing the Li Ming.
And here on the right-hand side, in the red trunks, it is Team Horde. Can they do it like the pros did a couple of minutes ago? Contagion on the Phoenix. Raktronic is on that Diablo. Eben on the Lunara. Then we have Oita Boy on Thrall. Mizukaza on the Ana. And I think Mizukaza, man, he's going to be the Team Alliance's main target for the most time. She's not very mobile, Ana, that is.
Yeah.
She needs to definitely pay attention on where she positions herself. Now, we see the infamous brawl in the middle. That's actually so cheeky. It's almost like the new Bridge of Death, right? Like in Dragonshire Nubkeks, where there's only so much space you can move. And when you played Garrosh a couple of minutes earlier, man, you never could really walk too deep into that because one move, one combo by Garrosh, and you're a goner.
It's extremely dangerous. I mean, that was one of the really interesting things from the first game we saw, was that the Alliance side in those games just completely avoided it. They didn't want anything to do with that mid lane. We did have that brawl here today in this game here, but nothing came of it. Pretty uneventful at the start.
Yeah, nothing really major going down right now. We see Ana, by the way, going for a grenade build, not going for the sleeping darts like the last Ana we saw on this map did. Rocktronic and Decepti are battling each other. Diablo, of course, just trying to become a little bit buffer and bigger.
Yeah,
I think souls.
Yeah, the Ana build definitely makes sense. You know, the Ana in the previous game was trying to deliver those healing darts onto a diving Li Ming, a diving Genji, those individual targets that are going to be pretty far away. So that's a pretty useful thing to have, the longer sleep dart as well to back him up. In the meantime, though, Contagion putting huge pressure onto the Dahaka. But yeah, the grenade build from Ana, you know, they're going to be pretty stacked up. Phoenix, relatively short range melee, range assassin. We've got Thrall is going to be kind of in melee, but also firing a bit from range too. They're going to be fairly stacked up. Thrall can get bonus healing once that quest is finished for the Ana off of it. Diablo will get bonus healing off that Soulstone, and
for sure,
you know, depending on what other towns he goes, he could get even more self healing as well.
Thrall as well. Yeah, there's a lot of self healing depending on you know how good the grenade lands. Yes. So. Well, something Nubkeks, we've also seen that in the previous game, and we've seen it in Hero League if you've played Hero League over the last few days and weeks. Like Phoenix solo lane, that becomes like slowly but surely the new master thing to do, right? Because Phoenix brings it all to the table. Good sustain because of the shields, long range, and solid wave clear because of his AoE splash.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's got great matchups into a lot of these heroes. Dahaka, he is a melee hero. It's very easy for Phoenix just to walk out and not get hit by that tongue ability. And while putting consistent pressure on the Dahaka, he has the wave clear to keep up. And yeah, I mean, like, yeah, the shields, you know, you kind of think of them a little bit differently because they're shields. You might even get the kill here. Bondi's just waiting to the side as Dahaka is going down. This is like next level baits here, Kendrick. There we go. He doesn't get the attack over the walls. Oh, that was intense. I think the pulse bomb, maybe it's enough. Oh my god. Timing the teleport to try dodge out that pulse bomb, and Contagion does survive. That was pretty intense. Dahaka live with a sliver of life, and then the Phoenix walks away as well. Things are heating up here as we move into the first objective on Alterac Pass for the lower league best of 3 game.
And immediately we see a different team fighting behavior, right? Instead of doing it like Yellow Flash, who farmed a lot in the side lanes and then came back with the Dahaka, we see an immediate reinforcement by Dahaka here. Bondi dodging the Feral Spirit, really well done. The Alliance is not willing to give in that easily that time. But the team's actually not being able to grab the objectives for now. The fight has shifted over towards the mid lane, but the Horde, they're making an aggressive move.
Yeah, they're going in pretty deep there. Phoenix is completely isolated to the side. We'll see if they can maybe punish, but they're doing huge AoE damage. The Phoenix and Lunara comboing together, and this is where Ana is struggling a little bit to get the heals onto Diablo. There we go. Diablo gets taken out. That is one, and that's a reset for Li Ming, which is pretty scary. Phoenix shields are down. Uter Boy there on the Thrall. He has the pulse bomb on him. He's not going to last any longer.
Ooh.
That was a good punish. But yeah, we saw there some of the problems of the Ana, you know, trying to get those heals delivered onto the Diablo in the middle of a big chaotic brawl like that. There's just other heroes in the way. It's just so hard to get that heal through when your allies can unintentionally body block it. And that let the Diablo get pressured out.
Trying to do what Mystify did last game. Decepti just barely missing the orb there. Otherwise, that would have been a kill for sure.
He's doing a good job.
The channel is going.
Channel is going in. Rajtronic, he's moving forwards there on the Diablo, but he gets pulled in by Paranoid and Dahaka, and he's very low on life. Li Ming, though, she's falling low on life as well. Lunara's chasing very deep, and she gets picked off by the orb. Those hippity hops not fast enough to get her out. That's a pretty big deal, because, you know, the Horde were starting to pressure back through a little bit. Alliance has now secured themselves a level lead. They still have, for a little bit, that level 7 talent tier advantage as well, with Lunara dead. So I think there's a fair chance that they are able to push on through and secure this. Contagion, he's defending this completely on his own. He's down to half life. The shield is gone. Teleports out. Maybe this is the next level bait from the Horde side. Bondi, he's in a little bit of trouble there. Now.
There goes the Horn. The Alliance is channeling once more.
The Horde has respawned. They're moving forwards, but they're both very low. Li Ming is just eyeing this up. This beautiful choke point saying Arcane Orb fits here perfectly. It's like one of those, you know, those little puzzle things you have as a kid. Max, the triangle shaped hole. Like, that is an Arcane Orb shaped hole right there.
Wow.
I know what to do.
The Platinum players, they did what the Masters could never achieve. Not in all the 2 games. They unlocked the Ram Rider Cavalry, and here they are finally charging in. Full Storm Pike charge for the Alliance. Let's go. Let's see how much damage they can actually inflict with this. They're already doing a really solid job in the middle, you know, taking down the towers and the gates, so they have more movement freedom there. Lunara takes another big ball to the face there from Li Ming. looking good for the Alliance right now, Nubkeks.
It's looking very good for them.
This might be the stuff that dreams are made of. I believe in the quad kill to bring the Alliance back.
Yeah, I'm kind of feeling a little bit nervous now at this point. There's a pulse bomb there on the Lunara. She's really low, and she's just not able to get forwards to actually deliver any damage at all to this objective. She actually just got picked off by Li Ming as we tapped away. Anna's super low too. I think she might go down. Li Ming, Tracer is diving. Li Ming following too. They don't quite get the kill, but still, that fort is gonna die. No doubt about it. Down below.
In the meantime, we
Boy.
see a little bit of a duel going on here between Thrall and the Dehaka. The Frostwolf, what is it called? The Frostwolf's pack is completed now by Oito.
Oh, it's actually completed. That's a pretty big deal.
Completed. So that means he's got a lower cooldown now.
Yes.
And he also has mana cost reduced, which is pretty amazing. So he gets to spam those moves much more frequently. Speaking of Thrall, by the way, cast a curse. Hello.
Yeah, he does go down. Good thing he completed it, because if you die with that talent and it's not completed, it completely resets. So he's probably pretty happy about that. But yeah, Thrall was out pretty deep there on his own. He had no mana left to speak of. Pretty easy target at that point. No ability to self-heal himself. So this is a 3-level lead for the Alliance at this point, just about 11 to 8 right now. They could easily move in, I would say, to a boss. I mean, they could put immense pressure on the map. I'd like to see them doing something big now. I mean, I hate to say it because they're the Alliance, they are the enemy, but, you know, after we trounced you guys so hard in the last series, I wouldn't mind to see the Alliance capitalize on this advantage in some way. We'll see what they're going to do here.
Yeah. And you know what? At this point, it's all about not dying for the Alliance here. They are on their way to get the perfect game in with 0 deaths, netting in the 5-point bonus. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. We're going to make Nubkeks sweat a little bit right now.
Yeah, a little bit. I'm not too worried. Look, level 10 is just about to arrive. We're going to get a big
I can hear the fear creeping up.
I'm not worried, man. I'm not worried. We're going to have the team fight heroic from Diablo. We'll have the purification salvo from Phoenix and all the stuff, all the synergy with that. We'll have Thrall ult. Yeah, it's going to be fine. We're easy kills. No pressure. In fact, you know, I think, you know what? Maybe Alliance will win the game, but I think it's going to be pretty easy for the Horde. Maybe we'll pick up, you know, like a quad kill at the end or something, and actually we'll come out on top of the points.
That would be brutal.
Yeah, you never know.
All right, Diablo's going in. Rocktronic has had enough. There we go. Earthquake immediately triggers.
Here come those.
Going in strong. 1 kill, though.
Team fighting heroics. There we go. Descent. Boom! Absolutely exploded. The slow is applied.
That's the perfect game.
Yeah, there's the perfect gone.
No.
What I tell you, that's what they needed. The Horde. They have that. They have the level 10 synergies right there. Big team fight damage.
The main problem here was, of course, the beautiful synergy between Thrall and Phoenix, right? The Earthquake providing those massive slows. That's actually something the Alliance team from the Master players earlier would have needed.
Yeah.
And that deals so much bonus damage. It's wonderful for the Horde. They got that kill, denying, of course, the perfect game for now.
Yeah.
But the quad kill threat is still a reality.
We might see more deaths coming through here. The Sleep Dart from Anna, though, doesn't land, but the Alliance are getting kind of antsy. They're pushing in as for against the 5 heroes of the Horde. They're taking tons of damage in return. Phoenix, he's not scared at all. He's moving right up to the front there. Gonna put some pressure out.
Yeah, now they're gonna be careful.
Yep.
The Tracer is low. Malfurion is low. Petros, by the way, is playing a really good game so far. Not really exposing himself too much. Always providing that useful self-sustain. Also win for the Twilight Dream. So if Diablo, if Thrall, if they go into deep, there's always the counter combo pressure.
Yeah.
Paranoid missing, actually. I think the Wisp almost actually intercepted that tongue.
I mean, I think it can. That's a pretty next level strategy, you know. Drop down that Wisp in combat. It might work. Oh, here we go. Contagion. He's got the pulse bomb on him. I think he's down. Anna going down as well. Just stepping too far forwards. Thrall's not going to last all that much longer. He's silenced.
Oh, damn it. She's dead. No more quad kill here. But it's an absolute bloodbath. I was just looking at the quad kill progress here for Tracer. But in the meantime, 3 heroes are gone for the Horde and 2 are gone for the Alliance.
Yeah.
Lunara needs to be careful. She's not the healthiest of Bambis anymore.
No, she needs to be very, very, very careful. Yeah, that was insane. It seemed like everyone on both teams was just crammed into that tiny little choke point. All the AoEs going off, massive damage going out, and multiple deaths. Diablo has respawned and he has no souls left, so this is a very, very squishy Diablo. The Horde's going to have a little bit of a tough time fighting with him. They do take back the point, though. That takes some pressure off. The Alliance, though, they've just hit level 14. and the Horde is still quite a ways off those level 13 talents, which is going to hurt. I mean, yeah, I mean, some of their bigger synergies unlock, you know, level 13, level 16, they get the debilitating flames from Diablo, that's even more slows, and damage reduction in these team fights. The Thrall getting the slows, Thunderstorm level 16, Lunara getting bonus damage with the slows as well. So they have a lot of synergies to look forward to, but they got to get there alive if they want to use them.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the Alliance, they need to utilize... Oh, never mind. The talent advantage is gone already.
It's gone.
That's big.
Phoenix is deep, though. Here we go. Great Johanna Lee Min combo. Yeah. Thrall's right in the front line. He's just being CC'd, stunned, locked down. Anna keeps him alive, though, topped up. Here comes the Phoenix combo. No Earthquake, though. This time it's on cooldown. There's still 10 seconds left to go, so they don't get the synergies. But Tracer's almost dead. Malfurion taken out. Thrall does fall. Phoenix is literally on 5% HP. And Lunara jumps in. Thrall picks off Dahaka to the left-hand side. Can the poison finish off that Li Ming? She's heartstoning. Yes, it does. But looks like Lunara is going to fall. Here we go. Anna versus Tracer. Oh, the Overwatch showdown.
Oh boy, the old lady's got what it takes to take down the young and Tracer, and all of a sudden the Horde has gotten a full team wipe. Beautifully done here. It was just, once again though, you mentioned it earlier, Nubkeks. The AoE slows that the Horde has is making the Phoenix the shining star, man. This time it was the lightning breath. Of course, the new functionality here are the slows. That's why it's actually the most picked heroic ability now on Diablo. Oftentimes the Apocalypse is completely neglected, and then the Purification Salvo proving to be the MVP ability time after time after again. And this time it is not the Rams, but the Wolves. They're going to make their way towards the enemy base.
That's right. These are the Raider units, right? From Warcraft 3. They had siege damage. They just tore through those buildings in that game, and they do so here as well. One of the things in these team fights is the Alliance is having a ton of trouble actually getting onto the Ana. Here we go. Actually, they're going in again. There's the Purification Salvo with the Earthquake and the Lightning Breath, and they're melting. There goes Tracer and Malfurion. Absolutely brutal. Beautifully syncs up with the objective. Comboing those together so well.
I can't believe. What are you going to do against that combo? It looks like the Alliance is helpless. They're trying to hold their own. I'm not sure if they can defend that fort. They should absolutely get out of there. Contagion on that Phoenix is putting on a clinic. And right now, the bottom is pressured. The top lane is totally getting demolished here. The Alliance is on their ropes.
Yeah, it's so difficult. I mean, the Horde put together this amazing team fighting team with all of these synergies. They go in, they press all their buttons, they all work well together. So hard to play around it. I mean, I guess the Alliance has to look for, they have to look for a bit of a flank, they have to look for a clever play. They pick someone off. You know, maybe that Thrall has to go forwards, he can be pretty vulnerable. They've gotten some nice Dahaka-tongues on him before.
There goes one.
Yeah, but that's tough. There's one, keep down. Dahaka's dead as well.
How Raiders cheeky is the Horde gonna get though?
I don't know if they can get that much more cheeky. These Raiders are all super low on life. I mean, the Horde, are all full on life, though. They can basically do what they want. I'd imagine maybe swinging down towards this bottom lane, push this in a bit. You got a big minion wave there. Maybe they could take out a keep with this. Indeed. There's some potential. If not, they always have the option to back off, maybe look towards a boss. The Hacker will be respawning, and level 16 is secured by the Alliance, so it might be a little bit risky.
Top lane is also getting a little pressured. Look at those minion waves, man. They're just getting so big. And oftentimes, even if the objective can finish those structures, even if the objective can take down those structures, you know, the minions are going to be enough. Look at that. Two towers in the gate, just destroyed like that. Easy peasy. Yeah,
that tower's just getting chunked down by those troll headhunters there. It does add up, you know. This is really a great great map for the laning minions. You really get a feel for how powerful they can be. Now we have as well these giant armored gnolls trucking down the lane. These guys, they're big, they're burly, they soak up a ton of damage. I mean, you just add those on top of the objective as well, and you have just these beefcakes at the front. Very difficult for the defenses to get through those. That's one thing as well. The Alliance, they don't have a ton of wave clear. They don't have a ton of that AoE damage.
Look at the Horde. They underwent some special Nub sub-club training, I think, before they entered this game. Because look at that. They were playing the map so smartly.
Yeah, they are.
After the objective, they went right to the boss camp, and now they have that huge mountain giant reinforcing their push. Paranoid needs to be careful. Gets hit by the slow as well. Could be a target now. The route is good. Oida boy
it's good. Here it comes. There's the combo, but they interrupt the Phoenix. He gets interrupted. Doesn't get the Purification Salvo off. It's put onto that 10-second cooldown, but he's still churning out good damage. Johanna goes down. So does Dahaka. Even with that great intro, I think it was Johanna interrupted that. Really good work, but it's not enough. That's 4 deaths. There's 5 deaths. No one falls on the Horde side, and they're just plowing on through.
Vander is pulled all the way through. He has 20 armor left because 2 keeps are gone. And look at that Mountain Giant swinging and pounding onto Vander as well. The Horde is reigning supreme after a really good early game by the Alliance. But at some point, the Earthquake, Lightning Breath, Phoenix combo was just too strong, too powerful. And that's another point in the books for the Horde, dude.
Yeah, this is looking good for the Horde side today. Oh, I can feel the wins coming already. This is great. This is
humiliating. I would love to get in there as the coach that basically puts himself into the game. I can't do that. I can't take control of the Alliance, but my trust, my faith is still unbroken. I think they're going to come back in game number 2.
Who else do we have in there? It's Mizukuza and Rajtronic. He's searching for Team League.
If the Horde were to win this game...
Look at this. He just left. Oh, Rajtronic, he took the win, and he's in Team League now.
Just dropping the mic and peace out?
Yeah, he's in a full 5-man Team League. He's like, boys, this was a recruiting drive for him. He's like, guys, you see how good I am? Here we go. Get me in your team. He's instantly snapped up. This is like, This is.
I don't mind your main carry not being in the game here. It's all fine with me, you
this
know.
Roster swapping drama, amazing. Yeah, game number 2. What are you hoping to? He's gonna feed. What are you hoping to see from the Alliance? They got the first pick, first ban this time. What adaptations
from the Alliance, man? Here's what I want to see. I want to see them picking a strong solo laner, maybe even banning the Phoenix. Although was Roger the Phoenix player?
No, he was playing the Diablo last game. That Lightning Breath Diablo. Okay. There we go. There's the Phoenix ban immediately.
Makes a lot of sense. You know, if you can't beat it, just ban it. And if you don't have a good Phoenix player yourselves, just make sure you're dominating the solo lane this time. And Dahaka, man, it's the second time we saw it on the Alliance. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
So just go for something different.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a Haka is definitely difficult to execute. You know, it's easy enough to do that split soaking to the side, but it's making that call, that decision to burrow in and to start off the team fight. That's a big challenge, right? You're going into 5v5 games. Both teams are on comms, working around it. That can be difficult, but we'll see. Maybe, hey, if the Horde pick it up, I'm sure the Horde will make it work. No problem, man. You know how good these guys are.
I just want the Alliance to pick good synergy right now.
Yeah.
Mouth Tracer looked promising, but then there were too many X factors that didn't work out. The Ana already, by the way, still undefeated today. Still undefeated on Alterac. Seems to be a really solid healer because if you can't touch her, well, she's actually really good at keeping multiple members alive with good positioning. So
yeah. I mean, they do tend to be kind of linear fights in the sense that both teams have their point of strength they're coming from. You have your forts nearby, you've got, your own point with your own defender spawning in. You got that good defensible position to fall back to, so it gives that extra bit of protection. Here we go, Diablo picked up by the Alliance. Maybe they're going to set up their own wombo here.
All right. I'm gonna just rally all the followers of the Alliance in my chat. Can we drop a little bit of support here for the Alliance?
Man, that sounded so epic. I got the music playing. Sounds great.
All right, amazing.
Yep. Can we get some smorks in my chat here? Can we show that the Horde is not one to be trifled with? Let's get some smorks rolling. Muradin and Jaina, there we go. 2 of the most quintessential Horde champions picked up by the red team this time around.
Any smork in my channel is going to be excluded from the next giveaway.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to put on the heavy gears, man. It's just not gonna work out. No. Because it's so unfair too. Like at some point, Twitch needs to think about equal rights. Just make a nice dedicated Alliance emoji because right now there's none. There's only a filthy orc And that one is so easy to spam. Even Horde players can find the letters on their keyboard, right? They probably have a macro because they wouldn't find them again after the first successful try.
Yeah. Well, we do see you asked for synergy, and the Alliance team is delivering. We have the Zeratul, Diablo, Malfurion synergy.
Oh, yeah.
Big potential here. Also, interestingly, denying that perhaps a Zeratul VP engaged from the Jaina team. That's another classic synergy. But yeah, they can go in, drop down the VP. They have Malfruits, Twilight Dream to follow up, APOC. That could be a ton of burst. Pressure on the Zeratul to catch people in the VP, of course. But I mean, it could happen. Teams have tended to be quite clumped up here on Alterac Pass. They do tend to be quite condensed, so it could be a good opportunity. We'll see.
All right.
I'd say the Horde team at this point, they have to sit down. They have to think, okay, what heroes do we want to remove that could also combo through with this Zeratul as well with that VP?
Can we just say that even the Horde players realize the dominance of the Alliance in this game? Look at that. Beautiful Jaina, badass Muradin.
First ban Garrosh, you know. Let's see, they're bringing it down. They're really thinking about this. Gul'dan, there you go. Another classic Alliance hero right there. Yeah, they want to get rid of that Gul'dan, though. I think that's a pretty good choice. You know, the Horrify, that Gul'dan AoE damage falling up in the VP, that can be pretty difficult to deal with as well.
We have yet to see the first Samura of the day, right? Because I can imagine Samura to be such a good hero here. You can split soak, you can go for nice flank maneuvers. The mirror images will actually, I think, intercept the aggro of the minions.
They probably should, yeah. It could happen. I mean, the one concern I'd have with that Samuro pick would be he isn't as strong in that early game before he gets the Illusion Mastery. He doesn't have all those options, so it could be a little bit tricky to pull off, but maybe the Horde feel that they can do it. I mean, they already have a solid tank with Muradin, could go in with that Samuro, give him a lot of support. I mean, the Jaina, just huge kill pressure coming off of her as well. We'll see what they pick out. I mean, if they do go for the Samuro, I would probably like to see it as the final pick. Just limit some of those options. Maybe from the Alliance team.
So the Blaze ban, I think, makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Because to me, the Alliance right now, they're trying to go for this Wombo combo setup, right? Yeah. The VP followed by the Apocalypse, maybe, or Lightning Breath. Both actually works just fine.
Yeah,
because
very
of Lightning
powerful.
Breath now having the slow effect. So the bunker is like the ultimate panic button, right? You just drop the bunker, everybody goes in, and all of a sudden you're safe. And come on, team!
There we go.
Stop the Ana shenanigans.
The Ana just
you out here.
Just keeps coming, man.
Jeez, undefeated Ana so far.
Okay, we'll see how it does into a Zeratul this time around. Could be scary. We've got two great heroes though. I mean, Jaina, Sonya, both of them can be pretty good targets for that nano boost. It opens up options for that blue team, for the red team, for the Horde team, and they still have one more pick to grab as well. We'll see where they go with that. But the big question is, how is the Alliance team going to round out their Wombo combo? Do they want to go for something, you know, like a Kael'thas, just big AoE damage?
Maybe a Kael'thas, that could work out. Phoenix's band would have also been another possibility here.
They could also,
Chromie?
Chromie, I think we haven't seen her at all in these games. She could be super strong in this map. I was also going to say they could go for something completely left field. They could go for that Might of the Nerazim type Zeratul play, ditch the VP entirely, and just go for a dive onto that Ana now that she's fairly unprotected. But no, they're going to go for the AoE damage. They got the Kael'thas with that AoE, the Flame Strikes, and then Falstad for some global soak. Maiev
all right.
coming in on the other side. Okay.
So this is going to be... I'm telling you this one thing, Nubkeks.
Yeah?
This is going to be a game of wombos, because both teams, the Horde and the Alliance, they have their respective combos. We have potential VP, Roots, and then KT. Maybe even a Hinterlands Blast on top of that as the icing on the cake. But then you look at the Horde, and they've got the setup Warden's Cage, Ring of Frost, Sonya jumps in with Elite maybe even. And then, of course, you have a nano-boosted Jaina, which is going to absolutely shatter enemies and foes right and left.
Huge damage.
I think this is going to be a highly explosive game, man.
Yeah, no, it is crazy. You know, I was kind of thinking going through, about halfway through the draft, it's going, okay, looks like blue team is going to go for Wombo. What's red team going to answer with? Red team just turns around and goes, you guys are going Wombo combo? Okay, we're going Wombo combo as well. Let's do it. Nothing's going to be held back here.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see. I'm very curious. I mean, and there's options, right? There's a lot of options in terms of what heroics and what direction people are going to go. I mean, we saw Muradin's going for Haymaker today. We saw Maiev with the Containment Disc. I mean, Sonya could, again, she could potentially go for Leap for that Wombo, or will she go for the Wrath of Berserker? I don't know. Falstad, Hinterland's Blast, Gust. There's so many options here. I'm very curious to see what these guys are going to grab.
It depends on how confident Team Alliance are in their own abilities, right? If they're confident in their own Wombo combo potential, then they're going to going Hinterland's Blast. If they want to have a disengaged tool against the Warden's Cage, for example, the Hinterland Blast is amazing. And for now, guys, I'm going to introduce the blue team representing the, up to this point, victory-less Alliance. Paranoid on that Falstad. We've got Bondi on the Dibbles. Decepta is playing KT. Petros we have on that Malfurion, and Frozen Dreams, last but not least, on the Zeratul.
Then on the red side, we have Uterboy, or Euterboy, is it? That correct pronunciation? He's playing the
Euter
Jaina.
is a German word, by the way. It's like
It's like
the
udders.
thing that cows have, like an Is it called oyster?
No, no, it's udders.
No, oyster's something else.
Yeah, that's like the little shellfish thing.
How do you call that thing that you milk from the cow?
Yeah, udders.
The udders.
Yeah. There you go. Sorry. Ivan on the Muradin, Mizukusa on the Ana, someone else on my Ev, and someone else on the Sonya. Man, udders.
The cow is my oyster. There we go.
The cow is my oyster, man. Yeah. Alright, so...
Alright, gank going strong near the top lane.
This is a big gank. That was a great route, followed up by the stun. We have... It's not enough! It's not enough! She lives!
No way!
She survives! Oh, that definitely hurts a little bit. Just that slight overlap of CC. It's a little too eager to combo it together, perhaps. Lost that half a second. Might have made the difference.
No, absolutely.
Very close.
If the gravity lefts by Kael'thas had hit a little bit later, then the root and the stun wouldn't have overlapped, and the Sonya would have been a goner. That's for sure. Hey, the Alliance is just warming up, you know. They're warming up. They looked good at the beginning of last game as well. Can they do it and dominate the early game and then carry that lead to the victory?
Yeah. One thing to note, Maiev, she has gone for the Bonds of Justice talent. She's going to be stacking up damage on that Umbral Bind. We did see in the other best of 3 when Esdil took that Maiev up, he actually went for the cooldown reduction on his E, the Spirit, the Teleporty Spirit ability. So he was able to use
a bunch of times, actually.
It saved him a lot, yeah. Added a lot of safety. Not going to have that in this game for the Maiev. She's going to be much more hard engaged, which I guess it fits with how these comps are going to play, you know?
Oh, for sure.
Just full in as much damage as possible in that short window. Just burst, explode, everything. Here we go.
Now Petros needs to be careful. He's
taking a lot of damage there.
Yeah. KT needs to take the aggro just by getting close, getting his sweet blood elven butt there a little closer.
Yeah, I mean that could be one advanced strategy we start coming out on this map as we get more comfortable, perhaps juggling the aggro very strictly with these, because they do stack up that armor reduction. You know, stack it up to 20, have another hero come in, take aggro of all 3 of them, you step back to the other side, let that armor debuff fall off, then swap back again, maybe to minimize some of the damage. It'll be interesting to see where that goes. But both teams here, very on top of taking these Merc camps. They both took them very early at the same time, really trying to maximize the value off of those Merc camp respawns. Now they're both cleared up fairly fast. The Horde shouldn't have too much trouble dealing with these. They do stop them in the middle of the bridge, though. That's a little bit risky. That's a little bit risky, but they're not going to get punished for it.
The prisoners are currently channeled, and once again, it is the Sonya. This is once again the overlaps are too strong, but Diablo Bondi is having none of it. Paranoid on the false step with the execution.
Yep, there we go. Yeah, again, like you said, the CC is a bit overlap there again, but they brought a 4th hero this time, and that was what they needed to get the kill. That made up for it. Let's see if they can turn this into any channel time on the objective. This Sonya Death, she has respawned now in the base. She's going to make her way over. They're targeting that Maiev. Great jump there. Vault of the Wardens. Maiev jumps right on out of trouble.
Really solid. Frozen Dreams on the Zeratul took a lot of damage from those towers, so he himself needs to be a little careful. Bondi is tanking an absolute storm out of the enemy team here. He's the unsurpassable mountain that the Horde just cannot climb. Now he's getting flung back into the backline, though. The roots saving. Very nice, very clean gameplay up to this point coming in from the Alliance.
Yeah, now the Horde grunts plus that Maiev, they're going in. They're going to stop that channel. 13 seconds left for the Alliance, 30 seconds for the Horde. I'd say the Alliance are feeling fairly comfortable like this. Diablo will have to Hearthstone and heal up, but it's going to be tough for the Horde to push on through here and make anything happen in this window.
Yep, the Footmen defending here, helping out against Muradin. Oiderboy actually dropping some really good damage on Decepti. We saw Diablo actually going all the way back, so he had no fountain available. He used that a couple of moments earlier. Now, Malfurion in the middle needs to be careful. The moment Maiev sees an opening, and that's what she's doing right now here. Can she get out alive, though?
Yeah, that's great. She was able to lock them down, that false set in a rough spot, but the damage wasn't in position to be able to follow up. You know, that choke point actually created by the objective cage itself. The team just wasn't able to get through. You can see Jaina, she's literally on almost 0 mana right now. So she's not going to be... In fact, she's on 0 health. That's even worse. So she's not going to be doing anything else. This looks like it's almost definitely going to be the Alliance securing that first objective. And yeah, we'll see what they can make happen. They've got a level lead, in fact, secured already, too, with the XP advantage from those 3 kills and a little bit extra soaking.
You can really see what a determined tank makes, like how much of a difference that one makes. Bondi, he played the Tracer last game. This time he's on the Diablo. He feels much more comfortable on that hero, it seems. He's making those good engages happen. And on the flip side, there's not really a whole lot of tank shredding for the Horde, right? There's no Tychus with a minigun. There's no Malthael ready that can really threaten these high HP warriors. And Diablo is just having a field day right now, really just going wherever he pleases, making those engages happen with good stuns. And the Alliance, once again, in the driver's seat. But hey, don't get it mistaken, guys. That's what happened last game as well. It turned out to be pretty a disaster.
Yeah, now I don't think, though, that the Horde has as dominant a level 10 fight as we saw in the previous game. I mean, they do. They have a good level 10, right? They've got combos. But I feel like their combos are harder to pull off than they were last game. And the Alliance has very strong combos and synergies of their own to answer with. So I'm a lot more nervous in this game than I was in the first game. Let me put it like that.
Yeah. And here they go. The gates have fallen. The Ram Rider is still charging through. The middle one has actually been disposed of. Not even a single tower had fallen. And the top lane had been defended very well as well. But all the efforts here, all the focus by the Alliance has been put onto that bottom lane. And still, look at the towers that have fallen. Actually, only in the bottom. But still, because of the kills they had gotten earlier, they have a nice level lead now. Almost an entire level. Level 10 is going to be there. And the team who gets level 10 could snowball out of control pretty hard with said wombo combos. Is Zeratul going to go VP? Is KT going to go for the Phoenix? Diablo going for the Apocalypse? Let's see what these teams have in store for us.
Yeah, it should be pretty interesting. I mean, like, Diablo's gone for that Fire Stomp build, which we often see comboed with the Lightning Breath, but I feel Zeratul, he has picked up VP, and there's the APOC locked in.
Here we go.
So here we go. We're going to see a little bit of a different type of playstyle. Well, if you're actually picking up Tranquility this time, he doesn't want to move too far forwards, put himself at risk, trying to combo with Twilight Dream as well. He feels they have enough as is. He's going to go for that.
And against the Jaina and a Maiev, it makes a lot of sense too, right? If you get too close to any of those heroes, you're going to get bursted down, especially if you don't have access to the ice block yet. You could really become the enemy team's main focus target. So better be safe than sorry. And let's also face it, the additional armor, the 10 armor the Tranquility gives to heal targets by regrowth can make sometimes really like a big difference against burst damage.
Oh, it could be a huge difference, yeah. If all status grab that Mighty Gust as well, so that could be a very nice disengage. You know, you see that Maiev coming in, you know the rest of your team wants to follow as well. Mighty Gust them away and just stop the engage before it really happens. That could be a great option. Also opens up the possibility, of course, of using it aggressively or perhaps using it with VP to do some kind of sneaky strategies. VP someone, gust the rest away, and un-VP, you know? Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do here? Both teams grabbing the nulls. There we go. Oh, no! Huge mistake! Oh! The gust. There we go. I mean, the gust comes out. It stops any more kills from following up on that, but that's a great pick by the Horde. Well-timed as well. Just take a lot of pressure off the Horde. It's going to give, see, Oiderboy there is going to give him a chance to get his mana back for this objective phase. Muradin, I would say the rest of them need to get up there. Those gnolls are pushing in mid. They're going to be doing some pretty decent damage.
Yeah, but they took down one tower already in the gate as well, and that is the big problem of the comp, or the big advantage that the comp of the Horde offers, right? With that leap as well, sure, you're committing and you're sacrificing a little bit of tankiness and damage on the Sonya, but you're going to have that CC momentum that your team really needs. And if Fawcett is just a millisecond too late on that gust, that is going to be a kill for the Horde, and that's exactly what happened there. However, full 5-member reunion here for the Alliance, and their teams are just grasping and feeling themselves. They've
got Muradin there. I think he might actually go down. The leap didn't work. I'm not sure what happened to him, but he got completely trapped on the other side. Great VP as well. There we go. Jaina's taken out. This is huge for the Alliance. Anna walks away, the sole survivor. What a fantastically played fight by the Alliance there. Isolating one of the tankiest heroes in the game, Muradin. He even had that avatar. They take him out. Great VP to lock down the reinforcements and then follow-up collapse on them too. Just destroyed in the end there.
That was, I can't even begin to highlight Frozen Dreams plays there on the Zeratul. Like that VP completely shut down all the follow-up damage from the Horde. It captured multiple enemies inside. And then, of course, the perfect cancellation there as well, just when the apocalypse was going through. So the Alliance really showing the beautiful synergy and communication that the Alliance always has in those WoW PvP battlegrounds as well. Nothing else I'm used to seeing here on Alterac. So let's see if they can keep it up, though.
That is a great ring. That caught 3 of them. Malfurion is literally on almost no HP. He goes down. Sonya trying to finish off some more. She gets picked off before that whirlwind healing can come in. Here comes the Phoenix. Diablo so low too, but Jaina gets picked off. Diablo does finally fall. I don't know if Anna can make it out, though. I think she's going down. And that's going to be another 3 kills for the Alliance side. Maybe even a 4th. I think it might be a 4th. No, she barely makes it out to Maya there. Very close, but that is a big deal. That's a bunch of that is in fact the 2 highest wave clear heroes for the Horde side who are going to be dead. And Maya almost... Oh, so close again. She just has the Hearthstone back. That's all of the wave clear completely pushed away. These Ram Riders are gonna just wreak havoc here, completely unopposed for a good chunk of time.
And normally, Nubkeks, when I see that much focus on a hero like Muradin, I'm always starting to get super worried because Muradin is one of the tankiest, if not the tankiest warrior in the game, especially when he has the Avatar and maybe even later the healing static available. So I'm quite impressed by how the Alliance still made it work. And that was once again because of good targets focus.
There they go again. They're targeting him again.
Here they're going to try to get him again.
You will jump out. I think fear flashed before that Muradin's eyes. It's the exact same thing going to happen. The roots came down in front of him, but he stopped, backed up a little bit, and jumped over the wall.
Yep.
Well, we got the fight going down. Sony's taken out. Looks like Maya might fall. No, the heal from the Anna right at the last second does keep her alive. Jaina was looking for that false set down the bottom lane too. False set will just simply flap his way on out.
So 16 is here now. Some of the towns have been locked in already. Most importantly, the Ignite now for KT going strong. KT, by the way, going for a full living bomb build, which is like the go-to, the meta thing to do right now. With Psychic Fury at level 7, you empower the bombs. With Ignite 16, you can get multiple bombs off at the same time. So I like what this meta is doing. He's the biggest hope we've got next to Frozen Dreams to make that quad kill, or maybe even the quintuple kill a reality.
It might happen here. I mean, 16 to 13, that is a big level lead. Here we go. The Horde is just melting. Alliance is pretty low too. This could go either way at this point. Diablo is actually the first to fall. Contagion, he's at the back. Zips on back. Sneaky moves. The Gust comes out. Sonya's all on her own. Ebon actually locks down, captures the nulls. Oh my god, 2 die, 3 die. That's a triple kill for the Horde. Jaina gets picked up on the backside. I think this might be a full team wipe. Frozen Dreams, I don't think he can do it. I mean, he's going to get some good value. That Zeratul resets at 60. That's good. That's actually good for him. I think he's going down for sure. The reset at level 16, that half cooldown bonus damage on the cleave. He actually picks up a kill before he dies. Kendrick, what just happened?
Absolute slaughter fest, man. I don't even know where these teams pick up all the damage and the momentum, but they are certainly here to make a statement and impress you guys in the chat out there. I'm pretty sure those fights are amazing to watch from a viewer's point of view as well. I mean, so much chaos, so much mayhem. That's why we love Hero of the Storm, and and it's just looking good. It's hard to say who's got the upper hand right now, right? True. In terms of structures, the Alliance has done a little more, but hey, the Horde is starting to stabilize once more. That's exactly what they did in game 1 too.
Yeah, I had the end of the game flashing before my eyes right there going into that fight, but the Horde pulled through. And yeah, like you said, it's stabilized now. I mean, the Horde, they still have all their keeps. Now we're going into this objective. Level 16 for both teams. Like, yes, there is a level advantage for the Alliance, a little bit of extra scaling, but I mean, this objective, this is the one that's going to define it. Again, we see the Alliance are going for that. Looks like they got it. They got it. I think they're going to get over in time to interrupt. That's well done. I mean, we saw this exploited in some of the other games, you know, that semi-greedy null camp capture. Oh, I mean, Contagion is very far forward from my
man. Every single heroic ability is ready. The VP, the Ring of Frost, every combo piece for both teams, actually. is ready and waiting to be assembled. Here goes Contagion.
Yeah, they're going in. That was a great Maiev combo. That's a huge Ring of Frost. Falstad is destroyed. Here comes the Apocalypse to answer, though. On the back line, Kelt is very low. Maiev is diving, and Murden's diving. Sonya's diving. They're all diving. VP on the back line, though, has taken out the 2 ranged characters on the back. Ebon falling very low on that Murden. Healing Static saves him. Oh, it saves him. Sonya versus Diablo. They're not giving up. Oh, what an amazing fight from the Horde.
Absolutely true. And
yeah,
you could argue that maybe the VP was a little late there, but it's so hard to even get that done when you're totally CC'd. And we had a Sonya with a lead coming in. We had Murden going crazy there. We had the roots coming in from Jaina as well. It was just so close, but the Horde is starting to find their grip into this game.
Yeah, I mean, that was just 2 great fights from the Horde back to back. And it is one of those things that can be difficult, I would say, as the Zeratul, right? You're going in with the VP. Yeah, you know that you have the VP Apocalypse combo, so you're thinking about that in the back of your mind. Then if the fight, you know, if something happens that catches you by surprise, there's an awesome play, you know, that little bit of chaos, it can totally disrupt your chain of thought. At the meantime, I think this Ana might be dead. She's all on her own. Falstad and Diablo on top of her. Getting greedy, that's a great Gust, knocking her back in. Getting a little bit greedy there, perhaps, to hold on to that turn-in, but Falstad is the first one to fall. Ana, she's just giving up. She's just going to shoot at this point, but she does lots of damage before she goes down. This is now a 4v3. Zeratul, though, maybe... Yeah, Zeratul could make some plays here with those Q resets. Jaina's going in all alone. Zeratul stands in the middle of the ring. No fear. Ice block to dodge it. She drops down the Blizzard. It might pick off Frozen Dream. It does pick off Frozen Dream with the Maiev. Jaina falls at the same time, but oh, that was pretty intense right there.
Burning and exploding left, right, and center. A valiant effort by the Alliance to maybe minimize the losses, you know, and take down a couple of heroes. And the good thing is, they no longer have a support now, the Horde that is. So they need to be very careful on how they push and where they push and how long they push. But on the other hand, of course, we have 3 people's dead. Falstad has the global, so you can reinforce and defend against the push relatively handily. But now, Decepta and Petros, they need to be careful. Ebon is here and ready to make something happen.
Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting situation. I mean, the Horde's main range damage is currently dead. Their healer just respawned. I mean, I think pushing in a bit with this is a good idea, but there is the risk that Falstad could do another Gust play and you could be caught completely by surprise. It could be bad. Those bombs are doing a lot of damage. You know, in this sort of situation, you know, just trying to maximize your XP, take out some of these forts, especially those top and bot lane forts now, open up the potential to do a boss play while you have that level 20 advantage is probably the smarter thing to do here for the Horde. Instead of, you know, trying to go for a keep, go for something a little more crazy, just take it a little bit slow.
Exactly. It's like Curse Hollow, right? You have those 2 lanes that can be reinforced by bosses respectively. So putting some extra emphasis on focus on the side lanes.
That's a great engage by Maiev, though at the same time, the Gust actually enables the Maiev Umbral Bind. Zeratul's not here, Kendrick. He's down to bot lane fighting. And Ebon and Sonya, they're just going in. They're going for it. Maiev as well. The bomb's doing huge. There's a Ring of Frost, though. That caught nearly all of them. But Jaina's almost dead. So is They're all so low, but the Alliance just doesn't have the damage. That is huge.
This was crazy.
Yeah.
It was actually admirable to see how well the Alliance defended against that 4 versus 5, but then came the Nano Boost, and then came Jaina.
Yeah.
And with those super low cooldowns on all of her basic abilities, she just melted, quite literally. She melted every remaining Alliance member. And Zeratul, you mentioned he was too slow there. He was still trying to keep the bottom lane safe and sound, and that's what he did, but at what cost? On the flip side, though, you can also argue that, you know, the enemies were brought so low for the Horde, they can no longer push with this. And until this Mountain Giant is making his way over to that keep, I think all the Alliance members are going to be back. Level 20 is here. We're going to fight on even footing again. And now, the Nubkeks, the Kel'Thas bombs that were so deadly before already are going to spread indefinitely.
Yeah, they're going to be pretty scary. Kel'Thas is outputting a ton of damage, a ton of pressure.
Yeah, let's actually double check the damage altogether. Yeah, KT 81k up to this point, top DPS by far.
He almost has double the damage of anyone else in the game. That is insane. Absolutely outputting it like crazy. I think the Horde's doing a great call here. They have that boss pushing in the top. They don't want to risk diving in now that the Alliance has secured level 20. They're just going to grab themselves another boss, say, thank you very much, we'll take some of that guaranteed structural damage that the boss will deliver, and you know, establish some nice map presence to move into this big objective phase here in a great spot.
This is perfect timing.
Yeah.
Perfect timing for the Horde, because this Mountain Giant is going to be so distracting.
Mm-hmm.
The Alliance has to deal with it, otherwise it's going to be a lost keep and maybe even some serious damage on the boss, on the core, excuse me, on Vandar. So are they going to deal with this, or are they trying to make something happen near the objective? Look at that. It's spawning right now. The Horde is already moving themselves into position. Tactical and strategic play. At its finest there from the Horde. I gotta say, I'm impressed.
Yeah, no, they're playing this very, very intelligently, especially after falling quite far behind in the early game. Like, they're really, they've been doing some great plays, some smart plays. Like when they spotted that Zeratul down bottom lane, they dived and they went in all together. Someone made the call and they all followed up on the call. That's the sort of strategic play you want to see in these 5v5 team games. Just that confidence to commit. But here comes the Alliance. Boss is down. 30 seconds still left in this channel. That's quite a while. And there's not too much else happening on the map. Maiev is going in. It's a little bit risky. There's a leap from Sonya. Big damage. Maiev cage, but it only pulls in Kael'thas. And Maiev falls. That's huge. Zeratul, great VP in that fight. Absolutely massive deal. Zeratul's doing tons of damage on the back line. Jaina catches them. Bomb spreading. There's the Ring of Frost. This is what the Horde has used to win so many of those fights, but it just doesn't do that much this time. The bomb's still going. Evil has one here. Sonya's trying to survive. No, I think she's going down. Falstad falls as well, though. Falstad falls too. Jaina has a massive shield built up from that level 13 ice barrier as well. That's going to give her a lot of protection. Maybe enable her to go in and do some damage, but I mean, Zeratul's, they have to watch out for him here.
Might be something.
Level 20 Zeratul's insanely strong. He's got so much self-healing. He's able to keep himself alive. So much self-healing,
and the chase is real, but look at Murden. He's now body blocking as much as he can. Bondi is trying to stay alive, but no more healings on him right now.
No, he gets taken out.
It needs to fall.
Jaina is so low, but the heals still come through. The ring comes through again. Man, those rings in short succession. I don't know. He could potentially. Maybe he's got no mana though.
Out of mana.
Oh yeah. If he only had so much more, a little bit more mana, maybe he could have done it. There's a big wave through mid as well. What a fight though. Again, just so back and forth.
Your mana bar is your own worst enemy. Look at KT. He's totally aware of this.
Yep. That fight lasted so long. Jaina got 2 rings of frost off in that fight. She got one at the start.
Phoenix
at the end. Yeah, the zoning Phoenix. That's a really smart play as well. Yeah. Just delaying, buying time for those respawns. I mean, they got Falstad with a gust too. They could buy some time if they wanted to. I think it's too late now. Yeah, without
Wolf Riders are going on a cruise here.
Without stopping that.
A lot of damage.
Yeah, the Alliance needs to make sure they don't die here. If they die, it's definitely game over. They need to stay alive to defend this in force.
What is kind of going well for the Alliance is that most lanes are actually pushed out by a fair margin, right?
Yeah.
Top lane in particular, middle is still holding strong, and even the bottom lane is not looking too shabby. So if they manage to get some early damage done onto those Frostwolf Riders, they should be able to maybe hold. But it's safe to say that they're going to definitely lose at least 1 keep or 2.
Yeah, I mean, like here comes Sonya looking for the flank. They just can't push out through these lanes to try to stop it. There's too much risk, Yeah, they have the gust to disengage. They got the VP, but if Sonya leaps in, they have the Maiev follow up. It might be too late. There's no escape from that. You might be dead before you can react. I mean, that's the danger with these Wolf Riders too. You're not safe on those lanes because they give that movement speed buff. You can very quickly find yourself flanked and find yourself in trouble. That's big damage from Zeratul. He's diving in. Great sleep dart from Ana. That's huge? Ana with the plays. Sleeps the Zeratul. Then the team is able to follow up. They take him out. Zeratul was looking to pick off that back line. And there goes Falstad. Malfurion falls as well. I think this is game Kendrick. The objective is still healthy in the top of the bot lane. Vandar is starting to take some hits. 4 people dead. Only Kael'thas alive. Really well played.
The bombs are still spreading though.
They are. There's another one for... Oh, there we go. Oh, man. And Kael'thas is going to die now at the end. He got one more bomb before he goes down, but... Oh, maybe he lives a little... Nah, there he goes. He's going to fall. But,
it was a good show, ladies and gentlemen. Horde remains victorious. It reigns supreme. It makes it cookie cutter clean 13-7.
Wow.
Kudos to the Alliance, though, who I think... stepped it up by a large margin compared to game 1.
Yeah.
A long battle, a long fight, even for the most majority of that game. And especially Decepti, although he didn't win the game, is probably my personal MVP because those flames, those KT moves were absolutely real.
Yeah, it was really powerful. Kelth is really showing off that new Living Bomb build and what it can do. My MVP has to be Mizukusa on that Ana in that last fight. Zeratul,
good choice.
He was eyeing up a very juicy backline there. He was going, ooh, lovely. Imagine all these key resets on these squishy heroes. This is great. I got my VP. Ana just put him to sleep right away, and they were able to focus him down then. Combo him off of that. He couldn't do anything. Couldn't use that 75% spell fan from Shadow Mending at 20. Awesome stuff. That won them the game, in my opinion anyway, on that final push to secure the win.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah.
Good stuff. All right. So in the end, I think there's nothing that can take the victory away from the Horde now anymore. We still had that last glimmer of hope, maybe the quintuple kill, maybe the perfect game with 5 points respectively. But it was not meant to be. So I think Nubkeks, what we could do here probably is we haven't played in the same team all day long. So how about we challenge some of the chat's finest into beating us? What do you think?
That sounds great, man. Let's do it.